Good afternoon, I think. Hello everybody. I'm hoping I've done this right. It is Sam from Bee Crafty here. And here you are in my... Oh, I think I might be facing the wrong way. I think you might be sideways, but I don't know how to change that. Hold on a second. It would, if it had have gone perfectly, it wouldn't have been quite right, would it? Give me a sec. Got a technical team on the go. We're going to work it out. Anyway. That's not me. I'm here. There's someone else trying to do it. Hang on a second. Let me have a look. Let me have a look. I'm just going to take this out of the holster a minute and see if we can get it. Oh, I think I know what I'm doing. I think I know. Give me 1 second. Helps if you have it pointing the right way, doesn't it? Let's try that and see how we go. It wouldn't have been right, would it, if it had have just gone perfectly. But anyway, let's see how we get on. It's my first one. You're going to have to forgive me, aren't you? And you can see quite a lot of me desk. But it's all right, isn't it? So, this is my first Facebook Live with you guys. And I can't say it's not for the lack of trying on Tracy's behalf and everyone else. And I suppose the nice thing about it is I'm just really pleased to be here. It's just quite nice to have an afternoon. What's Bev saying? Don't worry, Janice did exactly the same. Yeah, I hadn't forecast for the fact that, you know, everybody wants to look at things the right way. What can you do? Anyway, so my challenge, is challenge the right word? Might be more of a challenge for you than for me. I'm ever so sorry. I will do my very best. My challenge was to create a tag. Tracy Jones, hello, you're here. I am here. I am here, soz. I think I was meant to be like, but you know. So my challenge was to create a tag with / for you guys. So I have done a little bit of prep, and when I say a little bit, I've painted this. This is it. And I kind of half gave that a coat as well. Oh, and I've put a dog hair on, so that's good. Nobody wants that, do they? We'll take that off. And what we're going to do is we're going to use, we're going to use lots of stamps, some ink, some templates, and hopefully within however long it takes us to do it, we'll have a nice tag. Wouldn't that be good? Hello, Mother. Mother's here too. Right, should we get going? Should we just go for it? I thought what I would use are some pink and purples. Largely because I always say to Bev, oh, it's all right. We'll do it on this one. No, we won't. See, I'm already doing things in a different order to I want. Hold on, it's going to be like, you know, when those waiters do that thing with the table. Not quite as elegant though, was it? Let's get rid of that a minute. This blending mat is my life. I cannot cope without it. Pink, purple. Quite like a bit of pink and purple. Oh yeah, I'll put the lids on properly. Now, this is just a big MDF tag. I have gessoed it. Just with white. Really, I don't think you always need to. I think the reason I've done that is because sometimes it's just, if you want the colours to stand out even more, then use a bit of gesso. What I'm aiming to do is sort of create a band of colour, leave a little bit here, white, for reasons I haven't really quite decided yet. But let's just get some colour on. Now, if you have seen any of my demos before, I can almost guarantee you'll have seen that there is little to no uniform with them, because that's like rules. Rules. There's just some things you don't need in life, isn't there? Kaz, good afternoon, darling. How are you? Now, the thing that you don't have with this, because it's MDF rather than like a, for example, the Dilutions tags, you don't have the forgiveness of being able to just sort of wet your ink down there and then mop it up, technically. Oh, which colour's which now? Oh, it doesn't matter, does it? You don't have the forgiveness of the paper, so it's not like with paper you could spritz this, mop it up, and then the paper you could dry it with your heat gun or whatever that way, but you don't have that with this, and that's okay. It's just a different way of doing it. So this is just sort of a bit of background colour. Where's my manky cloth? It is properly manky, so I'm really sorry, but it does the trick pretty much. Now what I've also got are some Dilutions shimmer sprays. Don't know if you've used these before, if you've got them. Oh, see, I've got another phone here so that I can look at your comments. What are you saying? Bev talking about her wedding colours. I think that's why I sort of get drawn to them now. I try and ban Bev from using them. I wonder if that's so that I can use them. I don't know. Now, if you have these, you will know, don't sort of, if I hold it that way so you can see, don't up and down shake them, sort of just swirl them round, because otherwise what happens is, I don't know if you can see there, the sediment lies in the bottom, so then when you shake that, the sediment goes up the spout and incy wincy can't get out, basically. So I'm not going to spray them. What I'm going to do is just dot some colour about and hope I don't knock these over. And then if it does what I want, which I'm not entirely sure, I'm just going to grab a paintbrush and drag some water over the other phone that I've got. So we're just going to, and then see how the water and that's reacting. Oh, I missed a bit. That was good, wasn't it? So the water starts to react with the oxide. And what we're now getting, it says just stippling the colour on. Oh, we need more. This is not enough. It is not enough. And quite frankly, it now looks, you could argue, if you wanted, it's a little bit messy, but that's alright, because what's going to happen now is I'm just going to grab a heat gun, dry it off. If you have one of these mats, don't use a heat gun directly onto it. That's a tried and tested thing to not do. I very much managed to totally and utterly warp one whilst I was using it, but that's better than the day where I super glued something to it live on telly. Beatrice, hello. If I've missed it saying hello to anyone, I'm ever so sorry. And also I spoke to Bev earlier. I said, oh, I'm not going to do a face-to-face hiya, how are you, because I don't want to mess up the camera angles. And then I went live and messed up the camera angles anyway, so maybe I should have done that. Maybe next time. There we go. Happy days. Now, I am fancying, so the stamping is going to be mainly in black. This is one of my textures. Versifine. So I'm just trying to make sure you can see what I'm doing. And so now, and I'm not totally bothered if everything that happens is all totally black. It doesn't matter if we've got some other bits. It doesn't matter, second generation, I'm fine with that. And I think the nice thing about doing tags is that, you know, really it's sort of a bit open and you can go really like where you want with it. The only thing that I do is a bit of I like to wipe my stamps off, so I'm sorry about that, but I just do. Then we'll take this one here. We will. I'm going to put that aside because I'm not going to use anything else off that one now. Oh, I nearly stuck it on the ink pad. Did you see that? I'm not going to ink all of it because we're just going to take and then ink on the other side. Ah, Steve-o, hello darling. Jean, hello, how are you? I will try and look at the comments, but I do forget some, not that I forget you're here. That sounds a bit rude, doesn't it? But you know what I mean. Hello, Karen. Right. So technically what we're doing is building up the background, because what I want to use in the foreground, let me find it and I can show you. Haven't totally decided which one, or it might be more than one, but this is going to be one, or maybe two of these are going to be sort of up at the front. We'll stamp those in a bit. But like I say, what I want to do now is just sort of build up that sort of background texture. And what we're also going to do is put a bit more white gesso on here and stick that on, so that we're sort of then building it up a little bit more. Does that make sense? I do hope so. I'm going to move this so that I can see your comments a little bit better, hopefully. Tracy Butterfly, are you asking me? Are you telling me? Like, is it a like, are you demanding? You can, like, I don't mind. So this one, I don't know whether you saw that. It's a smaller version of that big one I just used. Just in case you wanted to know. Did you see me breaking the rules there? Mum always tells me, take your stamp, take your ink to your stamp, not the other way around. Oh, lovely. Starting to look even more messy than I had. I've lost the manky cloth now. Emma Blake, oh, I need them. Need what? Like, you have to be a bit more specific than that, surely. Hello, Emma. Actually, I don't know if I said hello. How are you? Now, if we put that into... Oh, see, I wonder if we need a bigger one. I have got a bigger one. Bear with me a sec. I'm just going to check my supplies. If I was to put that one on the back there, see, it's a bit... But make it white so that it sort of pops back up to the front. We're doing it. It's going to be that one. So I'll just lay that to the side for a second. Sorry, my phone I was watching your comments with went off. Bit of gesso. And an almost dry brush. See, this is going to get really messy now, isn't it? Everything I tried to avoid, total messy. It's just occurred to me, I had, earlier on, I had a blending tool with white paint already on it. Don't know what I did with that. Now, I find with MDF pieces that if you are going to paint them white, it's better if your project has got black in it, which mine has. I find it better to sort of stipple the edges in and get those white as well. Otherwise it doesn't, I find, it doesn't necessarily pop quite so much. As you can see, it's not a exact science, but that's alright, isn't it? Oh, who said sorry they were late? You're not late. There's no register. Well, there's not on my desk. And because I'm the one talking. Because they've let me. That sounded terrible. They've been asking me to do this. And for those that have joined after I said it, I think it's really important that you know that I find this is such a privilege to be able to do this with you guys. There's been lives everywhere, I think, through the Malcolm, you're not late, it's fine, it's fine, we're all friends and we can turn up to these things when we wish. But yeah, it's a real privilege to be able to sort of come in here with you guys and spend that time. You know, like I say, there's been lives all over the place. We're going to do a quick bit of magic. Noisy magic. Going to get rid of that one. There we go. Only because I put my arm in the paint. And then if we sit that on there, do you see how it sort of just pops back up to the top? But yeah, it's a massive privilege to be able to come here and spend time with you. And whilst I might have seemed a little bit elusive, like it wasn't that I didn't want to do it, but I'm like most like everybody, crafting at home, and trying to get a space where you can all see what I'm doing properly, has not been so easy. Have a plug me glue gun in, yes, so that's a good start, isn't it? I think to be able to bring in these sort of, I don't like to say the word tutorial, because it sounds like I'm telling you things you don't know about, and I think we're all sort of, you know, let me check the comments again. I think we're all in a place. How long has it taken me hounding you? So glad you're finally here. Oh, do you know, it's honestly, it's so lovely, and I think to be able to just craft with you, and I don't know whether you're crafting along or you're gonna perhaps have a go and do this later, or perhaps not at all. Maybe you don't even like it. That'd be funny, wouldn't it? Anyway, would it be funny? I don't know. Oh, who's talking about tea bags? I love a cup of tea. It is honestly one of my favourite things in the world. Like, it really is. There was a thing on Facebook the other day, and it said, I'm going to take a bit more of this with a dry brush. Thing on Facebook the other day, and it said, you know, what are your things that you'd have to have to get you through quarantine, and would it be a messy bun? Love the colours. I know I'm going to cover some of them up now with a bit of dry brushing, and it's not to take away from what we've done. It's just to see that texture through it. It's one of those things. I know what I mean. I hope you do too, because you can still see what we've done. And it's not that I don't want that black there, because the oxide will show through the gesso anyway. Oh, I should have said at the start as well, I can't promise that my dogs might not bark, or, you know, that there might be a little bit of background noise. So even though I've put that white, I don't know whether you can see, it's that everything else is still there. And I'm not saying we won't stamp back over it in a minute, but you just have to go with these things as you see them, don't you? Put that in there. Now I'm going to put, while that paint's drying, I'll pop that to sort of one side, and then we'll go with the butterfly, because I think that's what Tracy said she wanted. And you know, like she said, she's been hounding me for years and years to get here. Sarah's had a cup of tea in every cocktail bar she's ever been in. Yeah, but to be fair, Bev, right? Let's just talk while I'm stamping. Let's just talk about that for a second. You've got to have a cup of tea. Well, I've got to have a cup of tea. I do. I just do. I can't. Oh, I can't cope without it. Oh my God, never going on a night out with her. Hey, go on a night out with me, you'll need a cup of tea. I love this butterfly. Oh, it's pretty. I've just thought I might like to change something a bit there. Bear with me a sec. I know I'm just gonna perhaps do something slightly different. So if you can just bear with me for a second. I don't know whether I might have wanted to stamp over the top of the colour. Oh, I've got a bit of drip chasing going now. A hoot and a half. Oh yeah, I do have my cocktails too. Yeah, I think I've made the right decision here. I think I'm going to stamp over the tops, chase that drip a bit. I think I'll stamp over the top of there and then cut it out. Now, when Tracy posted, it was Tracy that posted yesterday, wasn't it? Hello Elaine, how are you? Sounds okay, she goes down the list of cocktails first, then has the tea. See, Steve-o, it's like you've been there. It's like you've been there, if I'm honest. Because that is exactly how it works. Well, why not? Sorry about the noise. Oh, there. Oh, so it's like taking water in between. It's a little bit like that, yeah. Oh, I've got a phone making noise somewhere. That's not good, is it? I was fairly sure. Let me roughly cut this out and then I'll do it properly. I thought I turned all the noises off on the phones. I don't even know if I finished discussing the fact that the dog might bark. But, you know, if in fact the dog barks, you'll now know it's a dog and not me just making random noises. I love how you just coloured that card. Well, Michelle, so if you just watch me colour that card, you'll see it really is as simple as that, because you watch me do it. And I think often when we're crafting and we're making things, specifically if it's for someone, I think we're much more conscious about that. But you find that you sort of, oh, do I put the colour down? Is it right? The nice thing about this was, if it hadn't have turned out how I'd wanted, I'd have just done it again. It was, you know, it was 2 sprays. And bearing in mind, you can obviously use any colour you want. It doesn't have to be pink and purple. They're just the ones I chose. Pop your colour down, spritz it with some water so that the water's really just to sort of make that colour spread and go into that sort of water-like state. Then what happens is, and obviously because I've used the 2, but you can use as many as you like. And also it depends how big your stamp is. Depends what you're putting over the top of it, if you're going to stamp that way. You could argue it's a lazy way of colouring in. If it is, just call me lazy. I don't mind. I'll take it. And there we go. Now, shall we do a bev and get out the white pen? Yeah, of course we will. I have just one word. Edges. Are you talking about the tag, Mum? Because I painted the edges of the tag. I painted the edges. So, white pen. And Bev is a bit more accurate with her white pen. Is that the best way for me to put it? I just sort of... I don't want to be so crude as to say gob it on. But, you know, if the white pen fits. And it's really just highlights. It's just enough to just make it... Oh, it's a word that really irritates me. But to make it pop. Like... First... North Carolina! Amazing! Oh no, not the white pens. Yeah, but it's only a little bit. You don't have to get too excited. It's okay. Right. So this is going to sit somewhere across there. But beforehand, where's my foldy thingy? I have no regrets. Oh, I bet you don't. I think what I'm going to do is just snip down there and down there. Take the... I'm talking to myself now, aren't I? I'm not talking to you. I am sorry. Got a bit excited. I'm going to say, oh, glossy accents. That's what we need. We'll do that last. We'll do glossy accents last. We won't do those now, otherwise we won't be able to do anything else, will we? So we need... What do we need? We need some words. Oh, I started a conversation a few minutes ago and I completely didn't go back. I'm really sorry. When Tracy asked me to do this, and she posted last night, didn't she? She said, oh, I'm very happy that Sam's going to come and do it, and I'm very happy to be here. But what we didn't, she did sort of touch on, is that there was going to be a giveaway. So this tag will be given away, or given away, if you know, you're talking properly like a normal person. Diane Phillips loves it. I love a bit of glossy accents. Like, I'm not too sort of glittery and shiny that way, but I do, where's my bit of paper gone? I do like a bit of glossy accents. Now that's interesting. That one. Don't live in the here and now. Have I picked up the right one? Yep. Live in the here and now. Don't wait for perhaps. Or don't save yourself for perhaps, sorry. No, don't. Why would you do that? No regrets. Just get on with it. Alright, let's put that out of the way. I don't know why today I've chosen a big acrylic block. And on that edge there, But I thought about that, I'd have saved probably a little bit more. But you know, these things happen, don't they? Let's not worry too much. She did that to me twice yesterday. Started a conversation, never got... I get excited about things and then I forget what I'm meant to be saying. Ah, Steve, are you trolling my mum, making sure that she'll do a live? Keep going, as you were. Need bigger scissors. I mean, I shouldn't really allow them to bully Mum, you know. I use the word bully very loosely, obviously, on the basis of how long it's taken me to get in here and get something done. Oh, terrier approaching. Oh no, he's gone to sleep. Get my hands to work the right way then. I think out of those three, I think the perhaps is probably my favourite because it's got that drip that runs down there. I think the nice thing about the whole chase the drip thing is it's something that you can you can create it, you can make it happen, and if you want, you know, you just sort of pop your where'd that white pen go? Pop your colour on, just tip your card up and go for it. So bit of white in there, bit down there. Oh, I thought he was going to bark then. So I'm going to sort of bat this back to Tracy now and hope that she gives me an answer as to how I choose who gets this tag for the giveaway. Like, I'm loving all the lives, total newbie, bought loads of stuff but not done anything with them yet. Well, the thing, let's touch on that then, Malcolm. The nice thing about this is all of these lives, and I think it's so, honestly, it's so lovely. You know, everybody's got involved and everybody's sort of done their bit. And I think it's nice for this just to be just about crafting. It's not about product. It's not about, you know, what you have. But for if you do nothing else, have fun. And then while you're having fun, come back and show us what you've done, because a couple of things will happen there. You'll come and show us and you say, oh, well, I made this and it's a bit this and it's a bit that. Don't do that. Just come and say, look at this. I made this and it's fantastic. Because it will be. And the reason it will be is because you've done it. You've had fun with it. I've lost my foam squares. There they are. So don't craft thinking that it has to be a specific way. It doesn't. It has to be what you want. Nobody else has to do this. Cut up their foam squares so you've got the right size. Oh, she's going to talk to me after and tell me how to pick. Exciting. Yeah, so go make things, have fun. And all of these tutorials that people have done, I don't like to class mine as a tutorial. It's just me sat here having a chat and doing a bit of crafting with you. But all of these tutorials that people have done, they're here. You can watch them as many times as you like. Don't argue about it. So that's going to go somewhere there. That's going to go somewhere there. Oh no, I think I might have to leave that open at the top. So this is a nice thing. Before you take this off, you can sort of have a look. So, I think I need a bit of colour on here. What do you think? What do you think? Yeah, so come back, show us what you've made, because we actually do want to see. But yeah, all of these tutorials, you can go in and you can find them and you can watch them as many times as you like. Tracy, puppy is picking again. Charmaine, I was literally just about to say that. They're free. This is, you know, it's free, and whilst it's, of course it's you know, it's not the same as maybe being in a room in a class, but the difference here is, so let's talk about this situation right here, right now. We're doing this. Did you hear that noise then? Did anybody hear that? I think you should keep it. It's the nicest thing you've made in ages. My sister's a troll. No, I've worked out what I'm going to do. I've figured it out. We're going to spray it in the lid. We're not going to spray it in the lid. What have I done? I've broke it. Okay, we're not going to spray it in the lid. We're going to take the lid off. Yeah, this is free. This is free. And if I'm making this now and you want to come and talk to me about it, drop me a message. Oh, that might be a little bit... Oh, it might be a bit too... Oh, that's all right. We can fix that. Anybody know I'm going to fix it? Oh, that's a bit too much, isn't it? So what we'll do is we'll do the same with the purple. Because then we can dull it back down again. So you all heard my eBay going. Right, great. That's just keeping the level of professionalism. Great. I'm sorry. As if eBay went off while I'm on here. That's funny. Dab it, dab it. I'm gonna dab. I'm gonna dab. There's gonna be a fair amount of white dabbing. We're gonna just see. Wipe it off. No, I'm not gonna wipe it off. Just calm yourself, mother. There's no need to be wiping. We don't need to do that. What we need is another dry brush. Another dry brush. And some gesso. Don't panic. I'm not panicking. I never panic. Just a bit of gesso in the lid on a dry... The reason I use a dry brush is because then you just get... See? Panic over. It's alright. Nothing to worry about. You need to put your phone on Do Not Disturb next time. Yeah, next time. Hang on a minute. What do you mean next time? There's going to be a next time. There we go. It's fine. It's all fine. Right, we'll let that dry. We'll get some other bits stuck on. And then if it still looks a bit too pinky purpley. No, I'm not patting it. It's fine. I'm not worried. Our butterfly is going to sit just there, like so. I'm going to need a pretty epic box to send this, aren't I? Anyway. Next time. Sorry, I've gone really quiet. I have to concentrate. I think I stick my tongue out a little bit as well. Where did my little magic white pen go? Because, as predicted, definitely need it next time. I quite like it. I can't lie, I did panic. But Malcolm, who was just saying, oh, you know, I haven't made anything and I don't know what to do. It goes wrong for all of us. You know, things change and things go differently, and the important thing about it is first of all, don't panic, because everything that you've put on here is changeable. Steve, you could always come to Ali and give it to me. Oh dear, you lot are funny. So everything you do on these projects, everything, is changeable. Yeah, you glue something down, you don't like it, you peel it off, go again. But yeah, all joking aside, we were talking earlier about these tutorials and things like that. Don't struggle, please don't struggle. You know, obviously not just me, because this is my first one. Where's that cloth gone? But I'm so sorry. I swear they were all on silent. Oh dearie me. So yeah, everything you do is changeable, and anything you do that you're worried about, come and talk to us. I mean, all of the girls in here, apart from Bev, she's a bit weird, but all of the girls are so super friendly and helpful. And what it means is you're not on your own. You're not doing this by yourself. eBay, yeah. Does everyone else say it like that? I haven't won anything. I don't even know what it is. It's a little bit embarrassing. Might blame it on the neighbours. Yeah, it was the neighbours. I'll ask them what they're eBaying later. eBay, now the dog's barking. Are they trying to tell me something? Loving the sound effects. We just had what? Tracy, you missed it. She's going for it. There's something irritating her greatly right now. And now I'm just white penning for the fun of it. But I quite like that. Right, now I need my glossy accents, don't I? As if on cue. It's like that dog is tuned into my whole life. She knows what I'm... Hadn't planned to use glossy accents, don't know where I've put it. I might have to get my support crew in a minute to find it. Oh, there it is. What if you miss out? What's ending? I'd be... Nah, no panic. So, glossy accents. Now, obviously, this is going to look a little bit, what's the word? A bit frosty at the minute. But what will happen is, obviously, it dries clear. If you've not used glossy accents before, do, because it's amazing. Just going to put a little bit there. Ooh, I've got a little bit of a situation. And I've lost my cloth. What is occurring here? There we go. So obviously I won't send this to whoever has won it, or does it count as win? I'm not sure. But I will wait until everything is completely dried and safe, and the last thing I want is for it to all get hurt. But basically I'm going to glossy accents the whole thing now. I'm not into sort of shiny or sparkly, but see, when it's glossy accents, loves it. Heard the dog, yeah. I'm sorry. She as she gets to know you, she might even become a bit more vocal. Sure you'll love that, won't you? Or not? Sorry, I go quiet when I'm really having to concentrate. Oh yeah. Do you know what I'm actually going to do? See, I had a really good plan when we started, and I haven't stuck to it at all. I haven't done... I say I haven't stuck to it at all. I have, but it's just not quite worked out. I need a pokey thing. Where's my pokey things? Sam should do a weekly. Oh. you all on there stitching me up? I will, to all of the nice people that aren't trying to stitch me up, I will go back and read all your comments, and if they haven't already been answered, answer your questions. Oh, and then we're going to go in there, in that one. Obviously don't go in the ones off the edge. Loving this. Thanks for Deborah. Thank you for joining me. It's my first one here, and I'm, as I have said already, absolutely over the moon to be here. And feel very sort of privileged that you've all allowed me to join in. So I'll move some things out of the way. I won't put it on now. Whoever gets it, there will be some ribbon and nice bits on there, and I'll talk to Tracy, work out how we decide who gets it, and ultimately, oh, I've just noticed I've missed a bit. Look, there we go. Work out who gets it. Like I say, there will be some ribbon up there, but I'll wait until all the glossy accents has dried and get that on there nicely for you. And this will be winging its way to you really soon. Please come back and watch the videos. Go back and watch the other girls as well. Like I say, their tuition is not only there for you, but it's free too, which is, it's really important, isn't it? And I think it's so lovely that, you know, people, I'm really sorry, people have taken the time to come and leave you these demos. So one, go and watch them. Two, once you've made them, come and show us what you're making, and I will get this out to somebody really soon. But when you have a go at doing it, do come back and show us what you've done, or me, because I would like to see it, and I'll make sure my phone's on silent next time. There you go. Take care, guys. Bye.